25 maniacs is there. As far as I'm concerned, that's what you're putting into the ring. 25 maniacs, and I'm one of them, and I want to win some of them.
There he is. Watch out for the bunkhouse. And let's go to the ring.
So listen, I love that promo because he comes out right away and says, there's nothing cartoon about the NWA.
Right.
And I also loved, as he's talking a little later, I don't know why it tickled. That promo is just one hit after another.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many funny things in there that just jumped off the page to me. But the cartoon,
yeah,
man, that really set the that felt like a real shot, did it not?
Yeah, it was a shot at Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling.
Yes.
Sure. And he was pretty intense. They closed in on his face, which I thought was very cool. And I thought that it almost seemed like he mentioned Dusty Rhodes like he was getting ready to turn heel now, didn't it?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, and then he talked about, which made me think of another thing. He talked about Bunkhouse Stampede and big money, right?
Yes.
Back then you felt as a wrestling fan that winning the Bunkhouse Stampede or winning a match was big for these guys, these wrestlers, because it meant more money.
Right.
Today, and even JR brings this up. He brings this up at times. He hasn't brought up much. In his commentary today, JR will say, well, you win, you get more money.
Yeah.
I don't think fans believe that anymore.
They don't, because we all know it's guaranteed contract.
That's right. So I just think that back then, when you heard an announcer or a wrestler in a promo talk about making more money, you go, there's the rub. There's the
well, it's like they do in boxing and MMA. I mean, it's called prize fighting.
Right.
You know, the winner makes more money.
Yeah.
And that's usually the case even in even though people don't think about it. That's the case in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, real sport, you get playoff bonuses.
Yeah. You do, but you know what? It used to mean something more. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I think, boy, I've brought this up many times. I don't know if I brought it up here on this podcast. That's why I think that the incentive to win in baseball and even in football is not what it used to be.
We agree.
So, because, I mean, if I'm a big-time athlete that makes millions and millions and millions of dollars a year, and let's say I'm playing baseball and there's a chance for us to go to the playoffs, or there's a chance of me to go back home, maybe play golf and just lounge around. Had a long season. Who gives a shit if we go or not? But back then, it meant you had a great year financially.
I don't think that necessarily is the case where guys.
Oh, I don't think it's necessarily is, but I think there's some of them. I think the incentive is gone. Listen, Conrad, you know as well as anybody else, you know that money is the biggest incentive out there. Making more money for your family, making a better lifestyle for your family is a big incentive. If you've got that lifestyle already, what's another couple $100,000 to these guys? Nothing.
Well, I think when their career's over, they want rings. You know, I mean, I think when the Magic Johnsons get together with the Michael Jordans and the Larry Birds, it comes down to who's got the most rings at this table. There is a competitive bone in those guys' bodies.